Welcome back to Two Douchey Guys, where we give you the best beer review we can.
The best beer we can get.
Whoa! Alright, so what's on for today?
Today we have the Alaskan Smoked Porter. This is the 2014 vintage, I guess you can say.
Yeah. This is one we picked up on our trip out west. And I think we actually might have picked this up in La Crosse, Wisconsin, actually. Before we headed on west.
Yeah, we can't get this here, at least not that I've seen. I haven't seen anything from the Alaskan Brewing Company. This beer is kind of what Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is to the style. Regular porter, but smoked porter. The two big ones that people generally think of are this one and Stone Smoked Porter. Neither of which I've had.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to try this.
Yeah, not a huge porter fan. We said that in the past, but we're trying to broaden our horizons.
Yes, I think let's do it then. Let's just get into it.
Okay.
All right. And do you know where they're out of?
Alaska.
Obviously. Go ahead. Keep pulling it open.
I don't. I want to say Juneau, but that's probably just because that's one of the only cities that I know of there.
All right. Well, we'll have to dig that up, I guess. Maybe. Just says made in Alaska, which I thought was kind of a given, but
we're douchebags for a
yes.
reason.
Thank you. All right. Your fingers are smaller than mine, but I'd call that a half a finger. But it's got some pretty good staying power so far. I'm impressed. Alright, so let's take a look at it.
Alright. Nice, almost verging dark brown. I'll say maybe towards black a little bit. Like you said, not...
almost, yeah, at first there was almost like a hint of purple in it.
Yeah, like you said, not a lot of head. Nice tan color to it.
Yeah.
It is dissipating rather quickly.
Yeah, it's starting to go now.
Yeah. I actually didn't check the ABV on this. It's 6.5%, so it's not anything major. It's not a huge beer. Let's get a nose on it.
Let's do it. Oh, you definitely get the smoke. That's really, I like that.
Yeah, I'm getting
wow.
Getting a lot of the campfire smoke.
Yeah, it's almost like
type smell.
Burn house smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
a lot
like
of roasted malts. I'm getting a little bit of tobacco. Nice earthy smell to it. I don't know if that's from the hops at all. A little bit of chocolate. A little bit. It's a dark, bitter chocolate though. Yeah, just tons of the campfire /
really good,
tobacco type smell.
Yeah.
All right, let's get a.
Most definitely. I'm excited.
Interesting.
It is interesting. You get that first hit of almost like a bitterness from the style, and then man, there's a sweetness in there too that kind of evens it back out, and then the smoke takes over.
Yeah, say for me up front, you do get a. It's weird because I think this is like 34 IBUs, but you do get a little punch of the bitterness, and that may have to do with the smoked malt that they use. After that, though, massive smoke. Kind of really overtakes the entire palate.
It really does.
I do get some of the tobacco in there, and it's almost like kind of like a green olive type of flavor. Not in a bad way, and not real closely to that, but it's kind of what it reminds me of, like a briny kind of flavor.
It's got a tartness to it.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
I'm not getting the sweetness that you are. And it's honestly a little bit thinner than I thought it was going to be. You don't expect it to be too thick being a porter.
Yeah, it's a porter. It's, I think it's fine.
The main dominant flavors are smoke, toasted malt, and or roasted malt, and then the tobacco, earthy type of flavor.
And those typical porter yeast, esters that they're there. And I think that's what gives it a little bit of that tartness too. But man, that smoke comes on and hangs on. But it's an odd smoke to me. I mean, it's not what I expected. I expected it to be one of those, you know, like an exotic wood or something. You know, I mean, just a little deeper flavor. This is huge on smoke, but it really is like a campfire. I mean, it's just kind of wood you throw out.
Say if you've ever if you've ever smelled your clothes like day after you've been camping, kind of like that.
Yeah, it's not. I guess in my equation, I was thinking smoked ribs, where they're using 6 different styles of wood, and you taste it all, and it's really complex. This is a would almost appear to be 1 or 2 different species of wood that they're smoked with, if they're even using wood. I don't know.
I'm guessing they're using smoked peat malt, which I think is what Stone uses in theirs for the smoke. But
I'm thrilled as long as it's not just liquid smoke.
If it is,
but don't let that come off as something bad. I really enjoy the smoke.
I honestly thought the smoke wasn't gonna be as prevalent as it is. I figured it was more of like a gimmick type of thing, but it's huge. Yeah, it's there. Speaking of what you were on the ribs or barbecue, this would be fantastic with barbecue.
Oh man,
totally. Yeah, you get like a sweet kind of barbecue sauce with it.
Yeah, and I think this would be good because that almost bitter of the style would help cut through all that thick barbecue sauce, but the smoke would just lend right to it. It would really enhance. And in fact, I wonder if you could throw this in some barbecue sauce and reduce it down and what it would taste like. So let's get to a rating here.
All right, from Rate Beer, for the style, they gave this 100. Overall, they gave it a 99, which for a porter is huge.
For an overall?
Yeah. So, like we said before, it is kind of the grandfather of the style. It's what you really want to compare a lot of beers to. We're not going to make it its own category by saying smoked porter. We're just going to leave it porter.
For the style, as you alluded to, we just don't have a lot of experience with smoked porters.
Porters in general.
Porters in general. We're starting, I think we've had a few on here already now, and which is a good thing. But for smoked porter, I can't really give it too much, but I do want to give it, I'm going to give it a 9.5. That's where I'm going to go with it. I think it's probably a 10, to be honest, but I don't have anything else to compare to, and I'm not sure that I want to commit to that just yet. We may have to come back to this sometime.
Style-wise, it kind of meets all my criteria. It's not too thick. It does have the roasted character that you expect. The smoke is a nice complement to it. For me, the bitterness is kind of surprising. I didn't really expect that. But for the style of porter, I will give it a 10. Like I said, minus the bitterness kind of surprising me. This is exactly what I expect in a porter.
Like I said, it's probably a 10 for me as well, but I'm going to stick with my 9.5 for the time being.
Let's go to overall.
Overall, I think I'm going to stay around maybe a 9. If I want this style, sure, I would definitely go to this again if I could get it. But it's probably not a style I'm going to pick a lot, to be honest. I mean, I enjoy the smoke. I think that's unique in the fact that it's coming through so well. They've obviously done a great job. But again, porter's not my first choice.
Yeah, I also want to point out this is a rather dry beer.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Style-wise, I'll give it a 9, and basically it's because I'm not going to go to it a lot.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from the beer. Obviously, we gave it a 10 for style, or at least I did. It's just availability for us where we're at. We can't get it. And actually, they were on Brew Dogs, the TV show, and I think it was season 2. And I think they were the brewery pound for pound. They've won more medals at GABF than any other one. At least it was last year, the year before, whenever the episode came out. So they're an awesome brewery, despite the fact they're in Alaska and they're kind of, in the forgotten about terrain, so to speak. Oh yeah, I'll give it a 9 as well.
Okay.
Fantastic representation of what the style should be.
I would agree. I would agree. And I think if it was unique too to someone who's new coming into it, be like smoked beer, and there'd be smoked beer. Here, try this.
Yeah.
It really is.
When we say it's tobacco, it's not like you're smoking a cigarette. It's nothing like that. It's more of just the dry leaf.
Yeah, it's not like licking an ashtray.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then there are different styles of tobacco too. You get that dried prune smell where you get a lot of deep, rich tobacco, but this is not that. This is more.
It's all smoky,
tobacco,
earthy.
tobacco.
Yeah.
All in all, though, I'd say the Alaskan Porter, Smoked Porter, 2014.
So yeah, like you said, it is a year old while we're reviewing this, so that's also kind of interesting. A lot of these I don't have the patience to wait on generally, so
it's tough. But all in all, I'd say it's a good beer, great beer. So be sure and check it out. Hey, and while you're doing that, go ahead and rate the video. Go ahead and subscribe and comment down below. Let us know what you think. Again, we could be completely wrong, or right on.
I'd like to have a discussion with you.
Tell us what you like about it. Or don't.
G.
See ya.